Hello, hello, hello. I hesitated because I realized the volume on this is low. I hope it doesn't matter. I'm sorry about the sound in the background. It's my air conditioning, and it seems to be loud to me. I hope it's not too loud for you all out there, but I do apologize. I'm in California, and it's very hot, and I like my place cool anyways, so it kicks on right now because it's pretty hot. Anyways, hello everyone out there. Hello, this is Kelly from Deep Soul Tarot. Kelly from Deep Soul Tarot. Welcome or welcome back to the channel, my soul tribe. Well, so I'm going to have a little info at the beginning, and I was timestamped, but for anybody who just wants to skip right now, just feel free to do that. But I'm going to chat a little bit in the beginning here. First of all, I'm having really, really bad internet issues. I don't have internet, basically. I'm using the hotspot on my phone, and I'm able to use it for maybe a couple of weeks. That's about it. It's supposed to be unlimited, where you get high speed, and then you get low speed with the hotspot. I mean, maybe I'm misunderstanding. Maybe that's just the internet, and then the hotspot, maybe you only get so much. I don't know. So as far as uploading, I do the best that I can with the monthly readings, and whatever I can get out in that time period, those 2 weeks. But at the end of June, I'm going to say maybe the 29th, or 28th, whatever it was, 29th, I think, I had no internet at all. So I don't really know. We're supposed to have internet at a common area here, and it doesn't work there either. So I'm recording these, hoping that I'm able to upload them on time. If not, so this is meant to be a full moon reading, okay? The energies for the full moon. However, it is a collective reading, and these are timeless. I do conduct these as timeless. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to record it anyways. I'm going to do it. It's coming today, so it's June 3rd. I mean, not June, July 3rd. Is that right? 30th, 1, 2. Yes. I don't even know what date it is anymore. I'm stressed out about this. But anyways, I'm doing it as a full moon reading, so I'm getting the energies from the full moon. And then moving forward, I do the daily dish for anybody who is not familiar with that. It's just new. So I do it Monday through Friday. I do energies in the morning. So it's Monday is Monday moods, but it's based on moon energy, and then going through the week. So after the full moon, we'll be having the waning gibbous. So the energy, the full moon is actually, the energy still kind of comes afterwards. So if there's some way I can get this uploaded near the full moon, great. If not, this is going to be considered a collective read, okay? So even if I can't upload it and my high speed doesn't come back for another couple weeks, so it may be mid-July. So that's why I consider these timeless. I like doing these timeless. It doesn't matter when you view them. If you see it and you click on it, that is very much possible that I can't talk today. It's very possible that there's a message in there for you at that time, okay? I just want to make that clear. And these are general energies, so it may not resonate for all of you. Should just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. These moon readings and like the morning reads, I kind of do like a general energy in a way that it can apply virtually to almost everybody. I may have some specifics in there here and there, but there may be something in there for everybody. Let's put it that way. Okay, now that's out of the way. That's kind of the housekeeping type thing. So I apologize because I'm really frustrated about, they keep saying they're going to get us internet, and I keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and I don't know, talking to Spirit and the universe and saying, and I've done readings for myself, and all the readings seem to come out as I just need to be patient. This is the way it's supposed to be for right now. So I just, I apologize, but this reading is good for whenever you see it. So even if it says full moon, this is full moon in Capricorn, feel free to watch it. Okay, collective reading. Let's just get a little information on the full moon, shall we? So this is, as I said, full moon in Capricorn. Capricorn is, okay, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Capricorn, I took some notes here. Well, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, first of all, which is a discipline and structure, okay? But right now, Saturn is in retrograde. We'll get to that in a minute. So basically, for the full moon in Capricorn, it's how you can create abundance and growth through embracing some structure in your life right now, in each of our lives, okay? and ditch whatever structures aren't working for you. It's working through that. Okay, so this full moon and moving forward, 30 days, we'll say from now, it is the buck moon, which is about harnessing growth and strength. So that's just some basic stuff about the full moon. But with Saturn being in a retrograde, and then I'm going to get to this because I scribbled some stuff down there. With Saturn being in retrograde, again, about Saturn is about structure, discipline, lessons, learning things, what have you. And Capricorns are very much, they're an earth sign, so they're very much about structure and discipline. And which is a good trait to have in general. With Saturn in retrograde, what happens with that? It's not a bad thing. Like Mercury retrograde can be a little wonky. But Saturn in retrograde is, bringing back some of those karmic lessons that maybe we didn't finish up. We didn't quite learn the lesson, or we didn't quite get to that point where we've learned to release it. So with Saturn being in retrograde, and Saturn's in retrograde until November 4th, so we got plenty of time. But it's about learning, taking those lessons that come up in our lives, as difficult as it may be, because there may be times coming throughout the next so many months. What do we have left now? 4? July, August, September, October, November. 4 more months left. Or we may have some difficult times, but keep in mind when those things happen, more likely it's probably a karmic lesson that you need to work. It's something that you need to work through, and that's why it's coming up in your life. And so look at it that way. Take a step back and go, okay, why is this happening, or why is this coming back up? There may, especially now during the full moon, when your emotions and those kind of energies are high, that you're very receptive to that right now. With the full moon, it's like all your senses are just on overload. You're feeling everything right now. You have a raised awareness, and emotions are going to rise to the surface. But then you have more insight, and you're being more illuminated. Maybe you didn't see this before. So it's all a good thing. It may not feel like it as you're going through these lessons, but it's a good thing. All right, so there's that. Now, before I started, I do a little meditation and channel energies, and I decided to do like I just shuffled the cards, and whatever cards came out, to see what energies came up. Now, there's one phrase that came up in my head before I even started. And I think I'm going to start doing that. It's just like kind of like a word for the month. I'm going to channel energies, and then we can kind of base that throughout the month for those of us that it resonates for. And the word that I heard was reevaluation. Oh, I channeled something last night too, and I was in bed, so I didn't write it down. Maybe if it comes back to me, I'll do a collective reading on that. I don't remember what it is. Okay, so, and I wrote down the cards over here on the side. So if they come up in this reading, I'll know it's repeat energies. And when I finished, I put them all in different areas of the deck and shuffled a lot. Okay, so the channel messages I got. So that was the first one. So I got a reevaluation, but then I got it reinforced in the reading. So reevaluation, which was the 7 of Pentacles that came up. We're in a phase where a lot of us are reevaluating our lives. Reevaluating the aspects of our lives, what's working, what's not working, which is a good thing. And so I heard also that there's more to the story. What I heard strongly was, for many of us in the collective, we're revising the script, changing the story. We're changing it. Where we're at in the story, we're not necessarily happy with certain aspects of it. So, and we have that power in our lives to flip the script, to change whatever it is we don't feel is working right. It's not working for us. And that doesn't matter what it is: job, love, home life, personal growth, you name it, you pick. Okay? That's the great thing about the new moon. The full moon. I kept saying, last week I did the whole week of daily reading in the morning. It's called the Daily Dish. I didn't say that. The Daily Dish. And I realized I was saying new moon the whole week when we were going towards a full moon. I don't know where my mind was when I was thinking full moon, but I kept saying, I had to stop myself, but I kept saying new moon. And I'm not sure why, but maybe something big is going to happen in the new moon, and because it just kept popped out. Okay, So I also heard we're going to be reintroducing either other characters. First I heard other characters. So there may be other people that are coming into your life that are changing your script. Maybe you were going solo all the way and now you've met somebody and you're in a relationship, or you've met someone new as a friend. If it's not other characters, it's other energies that are infiltrating into our lives that are making us realizing things, and we want to change the script. Okay, then I heard strong intuition. So this is a good time for tapping into your internal self and trusting any gut feelings we have. You know, if you stop and think and you said, I have this feeling that I should blah, 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 you're more likely you should follow that. And we're also going to be feeling a strong energy of inspiration, whether it's on our own from something we've read, seen, heard, or somebody else inspires you, says something. It's something. And then there's more. There's a little bit more. And then I heard there's strength in numbers. So whoever those people are coming into your life now, new people, pay attention to that. Because whatever you're trying to do, you may need some assistance, or it may even if you're going like on a road trip, just to kind of find yourself. Maybe you want to do it with somebody, you know? So we also got the Four of Cups, and I heard more clarity on what is lacking in our lives. So I'm going to keep this handy off to the side here. I won't read all the cards that I got, but that's the energy. But reevaluation is a big one here. Okay, so let's shuffle the cards. Okay, so where are we at here? Oh my God, I rambled on for 10 minutes. 10, 11 minutes. Okay, sorry people. Okay. Well, I will timestamp it. So for everybody who's like, what in the hell? I don't want to listen to all that crap. Sorry. I like to get the information out though, and the fact that I did energies, a reading beforehand, I wanted you to get the messages from that, which wasn't really part of the reading. So let's just get right into it here. Zippity doo-dah. Okay, let me shuffle one more time because that wasn't a good one. Alright. Here we go. I'm going to cut the deck here. So, if I was able to upload, there should be a reading from this morning, the Daily Dish, which is the Monday moods and moon energies. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday also has their different themes for the day. And then Friday weekend sees the energies of that day and then going into the weekend. Okay, so let me just okay. Sorry, just had to check something. All right, let's just get this going. I hope everyone had a good weekend and ends up having a good week. All right. Well, this came up in the last one. Overall energy strength. The Hanged Man. Okay. Then you got the Knight of Cups under that too. And my problem is I go too far into the Knight of Wands. There's a lot of information that you can get from the bottom of the deck. So my videos generally are about a half an hour. This may be a little bit longer. Maybe not. Okay. We have the Empress here, and then under that is the King of Pentacles, which is an earth sign, so that is like Capricorn making its presence known. And the Ace of Swords came out in the last reading. So, strength card, Hanged Man. I'm hearing for many of us in the collective, not only is it a time for a reevaluation, but it's time to tap into our internal strength that we may not have known we had. Some of you are already doing that. Some of you are already getting that strength and making decisions going, you know what, this is what I want to do with my life. Now, the full moon, because our emotions are so heightened and energies are so high, it's not really a good time to really make necessary decisions and moves. Moving forward into the waning gibbous, which is right, the full moon, the week of the full moon, into the last quarter, which will be next week. It's time to readjust your intentions, okay? After being grateful for what's can, maybe you've accomplished some stuff. So it's about releasing, receiving, gratitude. So it's really not a time of doing specific energies. Now, and during the mornings, Tuesdays, I do give, it's called Tuesday Tempos, is some energies of actions we can take at that day and the present time to, but this particular, any big decisions. It's not a time to make any decisions for big moves in your life. But the Strength card is getting the strength to stop for a minute and again reevaluate. Look at things. Just stop and look at your life. Reevaluate things, and you see the little glow around the hangman's head. It's almost like a spiritual. It gives you a spiritual enlightenment. This is almost like. It's almost like I know it looks weird with him hanging, a meditation, but the point of this card is he's seeing things in a different. Instead of being upright like normal, he's seeing things in the opposite direction, something totally different. And he doesn't look like he's in distress. This person doesn't look like they're in distress. So it's almost like no matter what happens, it's like being in a position of Zen. I'm just going to be for right now, look at my life, and really pay attention to what's going on around me, and be really honest with this Ace of Swords here about what I need to change, what I can change in my life. And you're in search of what is going to make you the most happy, what is going to make your heart happy, what is going to fulfill you emotionally. And the Knight of Wands, it's like the Knight of Wands here. That's weird, my card got stuck to the thing. The Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups are meeting in the middle. Now the Knight of Wands is saying go for it. And what I'm hearing specifically here is as if the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups is saying, okay, I am going to go for it, but I'm going to take my time. I'm going to keep going forward. And when the time comes, I will take that surge forward where it's meant to be. The Empress is a card of patience. The Empress is a very wise person, feminine energy. She's queen of all queens. And she is a card of just letting things grow naturally, just letting things happen the way they're meant to happen without trying to push forward, without worrying about the past. So that's what I mean by just be. And the same with the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is a very determined but focused energy, masculine energy. So this is like your masculine and feminine energies collaborating, that although you have a certain feeling of moving forward, nurture that. But at the same time, the King of Pentacles knows that getting there step by step is the best plan. He plans everything out. Masculine energy only, no gender in tarot. That paying attention to, and you're going to get, with this full moon, you're going to get full clarity here. Full clarity of what it is for some of us, But the full moon usually brings things to the forefront of what we need to pay attention to. I'm going to move these over just a tad so I can put the... But remember, though, this is the overall energy of strength. So whatever it is that comes up, and for some people we get overly emotional. I don't know about anybody else, but I haven't been able to sleep. I'm an insomniac as it is, but this just makes it even harder. And it's interesting. I love where I'm at because the full moon every night glows through my window. And I don't know about anybody else. I don't know if anybody does the moon water thing, but you put bottles of water in I'm going to put it on my windowsill, the direct moonlight, and it energizes the water. It's a whole thing, but I won't get into that. Otherwise, this will be an hour video. But the full moon is very powerful. It's a very powerful time, but our emotions are heightened. So we have to kind of not only dig inside of us to stay strong, but also stay strong to not get too overly emotional or too, that brings all the crazies out. You know what they say. All right, so what we need to, presently, what we may need to release in our life is indecision. Two of Swords. Sorry, I don't know if anyone can see. We're at crossroads. Right now, many of us are at a crossroads. We may not be seeing things clearly. And again, as I said during the full moon, now is not the time to make the decision. However, there is a decision that needs to be made. Now is a good time to reflect on it. Because during the full moon, you will be enlightened by something. So it's going to come to you. You're going to realize, for many of us, we are going to realize what that decision has to be. And again, this is the Two of Swords. We had the Ace of Swords. So the full moon is going to reveal something to you. Now it's up to you to take that that inspiration, that understanding of it, that clarity, and do something, make some sort of decision. It's a double-edged sword. Damned if you do, damned if you don't, but some decision has to be made. Okay? So, what we possibly, for some of us, need to let go of. Oh, I think we know. I think many of us already know. The high priestess is the guardian of the spiritual world, between the mortal world and the spiritual world. Third dimension, fourth, fifth dimension versus fifth. So what you may need to let go of is relying on external forces to help you with some of the decision that needs to be made. Both these cards are about intuition. Okay? So it's interesting that what you need to let go of and what what you need to release, or the situation right now, the present. So what's being shown to you, basically, is what this is. This is what's being shown to you. Is you need to tap into your intuition. What I'm hearing that you need to release is those expectations, those preconceived notions about what you should do, what other people may be telling you, what you think other people want you to do, what society would do. You know, for those of you, what would Jesus do? And I'm not making fun, but for those who are, it's time to think, okay, if I want to act in a spiritual way, and I don't mean to add that in there. I was just kind of teasing, but really, if you are a person who is religious and a Christian faith, you can't think, what would Jesus do? That has nothing to do. What would Jesus do? Jesus is spiritual in a way that Jesus always, if those of you who are spiritual, pardon, for those who aren't, just give me a minute, for those who are. Basically, it's tapping into a spiritual side of yourself that gets you in tune with your higher self, whatever that may be. And if you're Christian, you follow the Christian way, and they have a thing called What Would Jesus Do? And what would you do? A humanitarian thing to do, but what is good for you overall, without stepping on the toes of other people. I don't know if any of that makes sense. What to embrace? I probably got myself in a hole there with some people, but that's okay. What to embrace? There's that inspiration. Now, that did come out. Where did my paper go? Where'd it go? The Ace of Pentacles the Ace of Wands did come out. It's at the bottom of the deck. There's quite a few cards at the bottom of the deck that I paid attention to. The Ace of Wands, what to embrace? See, there's inspiration here. There's some sort of, I'm hearing for the collective, with the reevaluation and revising the script. It's tapping into what inspires you the most, coming from internally inside of you. So with the whole Jesus thing, the reason I brought that up is, instead of worrying about what society would do, what other people want you to do, if you are a person who is of Christian faith and believe in Jesus and Jesus' teachings, I used to be, I was raised Catholic, and I'm not really practicing religion. I do, however, believe in Christianity in a way that do unto others, and following others isn't really always the best way, because a lot of people, and I'm sorry to say, but in this day and age, are screwed up. People are on drugs. I mean, they're some people don't think clearly. They may be bringing ideals and morals from their past that may not be the best ones. So it's best to take a stand and do what's best for yourself, and tap into your spiritual side of yourself, your internal side, because really the answers for all of us are from within. Maybe with some spiritual help, but from within. And we can spread that to other people just by being a good person, showing them, displaying, not preaching it. Those are just words, but by actions. And so this inspiration that you need to embrace right now for many of us is really coming from within you. what you're feeling inside. Something's going to trigger you in a good way, where you're going to feel this inspiration. With this full moon, or whenever you're watching this collective reading, and if you're watching this past the full moon, and you're still here, bless you. This is a point in your life where I feel that things are going to change in a big way. Okay? What can we use in our outer lives to help us, and help us in the future, face the future? Ace of Pentacles. So you have two aces here so far. Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Great energy. There's something that not only we're going to be inspired, but that by tapping into that and trusting the universe and trusting the High Priestess and your guides and masters, and just say, okay, I realize now I need to make some changes. I'm going to let the universe do its thing and show me what I need to change. And some of you may already be aware, but sometimes it's good to just let the universe do its thing. And with the Ace of Pentacles, this is the universe giving you this opportunity. I feel like you've learned some very valuable lesson here. And the universe is saying, now I'm going to give you this opportunity. I'm going to give you this coin and see what you're going to do with it as you're moving forward. Okay? And then, what you may not see, your inner reflection. Three of Swords. There's some sort of hurt or disappointment that has happened in your life, whether recent or not. And this is where Saturn retrograde may come in. That maybe you think that you're over, but you may not be. Now we have the Ace of Swords under here, the Two of Swords, and now the Three of Swords. Clarity, some sort of decision to be made, some sort of message from internally to you to tell you that you need to make a decision. And maybe you had the heartbreak, but you never quite dealt with it. Maybe you never actually took the time to mourn that part of you. But the good thing about the Three of Swords is it suggests that now is a time to heal from that. It's a time to heal. Okay, so now we're going to get to, let me see, a possible challenge. The Eight of Wands. So you may be getting some sort of, I heard for some of you, you may be actually physically moving. Things are going to move forward for you. After thinking about you making something, after you make that decision, things are going to move forward in a fast way. It may even be a little overwhelming, but it's going to move forward in a good way. In a good way, though. You may get some sort of message, communication from someone, or you may communicate with someone, text, phone call, letter, whatever people do these days. And you may be taking a trip, but you could be physically moving somewhere else completely. Or you could just be moving forward in a way that is catapulting your life in a way. And this, some of the stuff that's going to happen. You may be like, whoa, I'm not ready for this. Well, Spirit's saying, it's time. This is a long time coming, And again, you have the power to change the script. If you don't like the way the story's going in your life, take a minute, revise the script, and say, listen, up to this point, okay, but this isn't how I want it. This isn't how I want it. And I want to add someone in the character. I'm going to add characters in here. I want to add other people in here, a person. Just keep that in mind. The action you can take. Yeah, there's that decision. It's time to make a decision. Life's going to go in a direction where it's almost like you're going to be forced. It's up in the air, and you're having a hard time. I don't know what to do. And the universe is going to say that now is the time. The energy has come for the collective that now's the time to make some sort of decision that's going to change your life. And it's a new beginning for you, though. Think of it that way. Even if it's a little, excuse me, my arm itches. I don't know what it is. I guess it's because I'm a person who's hot, and the summer makes me itch. When the summer comes, man, I itch like crazy. Or it could be allergies. I don't know. There's flowers all over the place here. Okay, so your advice moving forward from, look at that. The sun. That's beautiful. You're going to be illuminated by something. This is perfect. With the full moon, you're going to be illuminated. Now we're at half an hour. I am going to just clarify a couple of things here, which is interesting because there's the Four of Swords on the bottom, which is what I was thinking when I saw the Three of Swords, is you need to take a time out and just recharge right now. So take the time out with this full moon. Think about just, take a time out, because I think that's when you're going to get your illumination and your inspiration. Something's going to come to you. Oh, well, that wanted to peek. There's Four of Swords again. We're going to put that back in, but all right, now I don't know if I did that right. We're going to put the Four of Swords in the middle somewhere, so I don't think if it comes back out, I don't think I'm cheating. I'm telling you, some cards come right back out. All right. For anybody who's still here at the end, or saved it and watched it later, kudos to you. Because to me, those are the people who want to do the most self-growth. The self-awareness. Because you can't just get it from a few cards, honestly. I guess I could just do energy of the day and throw down a few cards and see what I see, but that doesn't really help people in my opinion. So, it may, but I don't know. I'm not doing it necessarily for the views. I'd like people to see this to get the message. But, okay, let's do the Three of Swords first. See what we have for that. I think I'm just going to do that and maybe the Two of Swords. I think everything else is pretty much self-explanatory. Okay, we're going to do that. What do we have here? King of Wands. Yes, it's going to be time for some action on this. I just heard. The King of Wands again is about a card about action, but I just heard that use this Three of Swords, what you now know, and thinking about what has upset you about this and what have you, and use it to fuel and maybe that's where the inspiration comes from, to fuel your passion to move forward. Keep that fire under your ass and just let it keep, no matter if it pops up. And if it keeps popping up and you don't deal with it, it's not going to go away. It may go dormant for a while, but it's going to keep popping up. And believe me, Saturn in retrograde is going to bring that up for the next 4 months. So if you want to get rid of this hurt, let's work through it, shall we? The Six of Pentacles is giving, I would say this is to pay it forward. I just heard giving yourself over to Spirit and the universe and saying, this is what I have, Spirit. Wait, I back that up. I just heard that the universe is giving you what you may feel which you're lacking in your life. The universe, which is full of abundance, is giving you this coin to see what you're going to do with it. To help you along. You may have already gotten a few coins. Okay? To help you along, to see what you're going to do with it. The Two of Swords, please, and then I'll let y'all go. Because it's already at the... Yikes. Sorry. It's over 30 minutes. I mean, that's because I rambled on the beginning, so... Well, I wasn't really rambling. It was valuable information, in my opinion, but... okay. The Emperor. The Emperor, the Divine Masculine. This is also the Divine Masculine. So you may need to... So first we're going to tap into our intuition. Okay, collective. The full moon, emotions are rising to the surface. I'm hearing the universe say, first we're going to tap into our intuition. Find the answers we need. Listening to the universe say, oh, okay. Then we're going to get this inspiration. The universe is going to give us some sort of pentacle to go forward with, some opportunity that's going to come, so keep your eyes open. You're going to have to make some sort of decision, and probably quickly, so you don't lose the opportunity. And then you have the Emperor. And the Emperor is saying, it's time. You're in the driver's seat. Grab a hold of that wheel. Accelerate the car and go in the direction. Don't have to speed. You don't have to be reckless. Go in that direction. Because you have what it takes. You have what it takes. Don't let anyone deter you. The Emperor never lets anyone deter what they want for their kingdom. The Emperor is a very wise. You had the Empress over there. I think the Empress was in this one. It wasn't the other one. Do we have the Empress over here? We did, didn't we? Yes, the Empress. Queen of all queens. He's the king of all kings. So it's balancing. You're going to have to balance out your divine feminine, divine masculine within you. The internal part, the intuition, it's going to give you the answers, and then making a decision, which is the Emperor, the masculine side, and taking the actions moving forward as we move forward to the first quarter moon, starting to plan and think about how we're going to do this, set those intentions forward, and then we're going to get to next week and the energies next week on how, if it's not, how we can implement those in the best way possible. Yes, take your time. Knight of Pentacles. Don't force it. Again, the Empress knows that the patience and the King of Pentacles and the Moon in Capricorn, which is happening right now, it's all about, remember, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, which is all about discipline and structure. So it's not going haphazard thinking, okay, I know what I need to do and I'm going to do this, this, and this. Take time to think about it. Take some time to think about it. Don't take too long. Because moving forward past this energy, from this point on, you don't want to sit there forever because the opportunity may pass. All right, collective, this is what I have for you. Thank you so much for joining. I love you all. I don't know, my neighbor's a loon making I don't know if you hear that booming in the background. She was gone for a couple of days and now she's back, and it was quiet for 2 days. I don't know what the F she does in there. I saw her room the other day. Her door was open. Her place looks like a hurricane hit it. So, yeah. Welcome to my world. Yeah, it's a circus here, but not my circus, not my clowns. So, and this is temporary, so let's hope at some point I can get myself out of here and get some internet. All right, thank you so much for tuning in, collective. I love you all. I hope you will come and join me again. I appreciate all of you who have subscribed, but remember to like, share, and subscribe, which I forgot to say in the beginning, but that's okay. That's important, but not as important as the message. And if you aren't familiar with it, in the morning it's posted, but you can see it anytime during the day. The daily dish. It's all about different energies per day, but it kind of helps us through the week, going towards the next week and what have you, into the weekend, and maybe help us on our way. Okay, so I will see you. And I hope you'll join again. Do subscribe and join the tribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next one.